You know how everyone's been trying to master ICT's Venom model, but something just doesn't click? Well, I finally figured out why. There isn't just one missing piece. There are a few that completely change how this model plays out in real time. After watching it play out over and over, I realized these small adjustments make the setup far more precise and help you stay laser-focused during sessions. If you've watched my previous videos on the Venom model, you already know the setup works. But these tweaks take it to a whole new level. This refined approach is especially powerful on gold. Once you understand this Venom model completely, you'll stop taking random losses and start catching those clean 1 to 4 and 1 to 5 setups that actually hit. So, let's break this down. No hype, no guessing, just the real logic behind how the Venom model is meant to work. Alright, first of all, let me quickly show you the 3 key adjustments we're making to the Venom model in this video. Change number 1. We're optimizing our trading sessions. London, New York, and Asian to the windows, where price actually makes the big moves on gold. London, 3 to 5 a.m. Previously, it was between 2 to 5 a.m. New York, 8 to 10 a.m. It was between 7 to 11 a.m. Asian, 9 to 11 p.m. It was from 7:30 p.m. to midnight. This keeps you focused on the moments that matter, rather than stretching sessions too long and losing precision. Change number 2. Instead of marking random highs and lows, we're now using the high and low of the last 90 minutes before the session starts, giving you a precise reference point that aligns with how smart money moves. Change number 3. We're refining our entries. We only take trades when the BPR forms instantly within the next 3 to 5 candles after a high or low is taken. This ensures maximum accuracy. Another minor change is that we will be looking at 1-minute chart instead of the 5-minute chart. These adjustments might seem subtle, but together, they make the Venom model far sharper and more systematic, especially on gold, where these sessions and ranges really matter. After applying this approach, you won't be chasing 1 to 1 or 1 to 2 trades. Most setups will hit 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 risk to reward, and sometimes even higher. Let's break each of these changes down so you can see exactly how to apply them. Let's start with the first adjustment: focused sessions. In my previous videos, we were trading the same 3 sessions: London, New York, and Asian. But the windows were longer. For example, London was 2 to 5 a.m., New York 7 to 11 a.m., and the Asian session 7:30 p.m. to midnight. That approach works, but it spreads your focus and sometimes catches price when it's not really moving. This time, we're optimizing those sessions to match the moments when gold really makes its big moves. London, 3 to 5 a.m., New York. 8 to 10 a.m. Asian, 9 to 11 p.m., all in New York time. By concentrating only on these windows, you're trading during the most liquid and active periods. This keeps you laser-focused, reduces the noise, and makes every setup count. Think of it like this. Before, you were fishing in a pond that was half empty. Now we're casting right where the fish are biting. The beauty is that this isn't a totally new model. The previous session still worked, but this refinement aligns perfectly with how price behaves on gold. So the setups are cleaner, more predictable, and your entries are more precise. In short, narrower, smarter sessions equals higher focus, better timing, and a much greater chance of catching those 1-4 or 1-5 RR trades. Now, let's move to the second key adjustment: the 90-minute high and low range. In my previous videos, we were marking the recent highs and lows from the charts, sometimes even the previous day's extremes. That worked, but here's the catch. Gold doesn't always respect those levels. One trader might mark one high, another marks something completely different, and suddenly setups become inconsistent. This time, we're narrowing our focus. Before the session starts, we mark the high and low of the last 90 minutes. A precise, recent snapshot of the market's current range. This gives us a clear, actionable reference point that aligns with how price really moves during the session. Why 90 minutes? It's short enough to reflect the current momentum, but long enough to capture meaningful swings. By using this window, we remove ambiguity, cut down on guesswork, and ensure every BPR we trade has a higher chance of success. Think of it like drawing a perfectly sized target instead of a giant, vague bullseye. Now you know exactly where to aim. The result? Cleaner entries, more predictable price reactions, and setups that are optimized for high-risk reward trades, especially on gold where these ranges really matter. This one tweak alone increases your precision and gives you confidence in every trade you take. Finally, the third adjustment, and this one is a game-changer: instant BPR entries. In the previous videos, we were waiting for the price to touch the high or low of the session range, and then taking any BPR that formed afterward. That worked, but here's the thing. Sometimes the market would move too far before the BPR appeared, which diluted the entry precision and occasionally led to missed opportunities. The change? Now we only take trades when the BPR forms immediately within the next 3 to 5 candles, right at the high or low. No waiting around, no second guessing. The moment price interacts with the level and BPR forms, that's your signal. Why is this so powerful? Because it lines up perfectly with how smart money actually moves. You're entering right as liquidity is being grabbed at the optimal point, which drastically improves your accuracy. Put simply, this tweak makes your trades cleaner, more precise, and significantly increases the chance of hitting those 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 risk-reward setups. On gold, where these micro moves are magnified, this is where the real profits show up. Combine this with the focus sessions and the 90-minute range, and suddenly the Venom model isn't just a setup you follow. It's a high-precision trading system that works consistently in real time. All right, now that we've covered the 3 key adjustments, focused sessions, the 90-minute range, and instant BPR entries, let's see how it all comes together in a real trade on gold. Imagine the London session has just started. We've marked the high and low of the last 90 minutes. Price starts moving, and as it touches the high of that range, we immediately watch for a BPR to form. Within the next 3 to 5 candles, the BPR appears exactly at that high. That's our entry signal. Entry: sell at the low of the BPR candle. Stop loss above the most recent high during the session ensures the trade is protected if liquidity fails. Target: opposite side of the 90-minute range, the low we marked at the start of the session. Result: this trade resulted in a 5R win, a clean high-risk reward setup that really shows the power of these adjustments. Why this works? The focus session ensures we're trading during peak liquidity and big moves. The 90-minute range gives us a precise framework for risk and reward. The instant BPR entry guarantees we're hitting the trade right as smart money is active, reducing guesswork and increasing accuracy. With this approach, you're not just taking random trades. You're systematically catching 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 risk-to-reward setups, sometimes even higher, all with a clear plan. And remember, this same logic applies across all 3 optimized sessions. Each time the price interacts with the session range and forms an instant BPR, you have a high probability trade ready to execute. Let's look at a few chart examples to see this in action and how the setup hits the target cleanly. Example 1. London session. Here we've marked the high and low of the last 90 minutes before the session. As the session starts, watch how the price touches the low. Boom. Instant BPR forms right at the level. Entry buy at the high of the BPR. Stop loss below the most recent low. Target the opposite side of the 90-minute range, the high we marked earlier. Result: this trade hit perfectly. A clean 5R win. Notice how the setup aligns with the session and range. Example 2. New York session. Same logic here. Mark the 90-minute range before the session. Price touches the high, and instantly a BPR forms within the next 3 to 5 candles. Entry sell at the high of the BPR. Stop loss at the high of the session. Swing target opposite side of the 90-minute range. Look at how price respects the range. This setup also hits a 1 to 4 RR trade cleanly. Before we discuss the last setup, I want to quickly show you something that's been helping traders take their game to the next level. Check this out. This is the DTC TradingView indicator in action. On the chart, you can see exactly how it marks trades, and in the top right corner, you can track trade results and current open trades. Everything is clear, precise, and ready for action. And for those who like instant signals, our DTC signals send trades straight from TradingView into our Telegram group within 1 second of formation. That way, you never miss a high-probability trade, especially on the 1-hour chart setups. Plus, we have the MT5 bot built on the same strategy. You literally just attach it to your account, and it takes trades automatically, manages the stop loss and take profit, and closes everything by itself. No manual work, just consistent execution. Over the last 4 weeks, this strategy has made over $60,000 on the top 7 performing pairs, including $14,000 in just the past week. That's real results, real time. If you want to see the full performance and get access to these tools, check the links in the description. This is your chance to trade smarter and let technology handle the heavy lifting. Now, let's return to the last example of the Venom model. Example 3. Asian session. The same framework. Focused session. 90 MU2 range. Instant BPR. Watch the trade unfold live. Notice how tight and precise the entry is, and how the stop loss and target are clear and measurable. Result: another high RR trade, showing this is repeatable and not random luck. Key takeaways while watching. All 3 trades follow the same framework. Focused session, 90 MU2 range, instant BPR, entry, stop, target. The beauty is in the consistency. Once you see this in action, you'll realize the previous random losses approach is now replaced with precision, predictability, and repeatable high RR trades. Especially on gold, this approach shines because these ranges and session behaviors are highly reliable. Remember, the moment price interacts with the 90-minute range and forms an instant BPR, you're ready. High probability trades, clear stops, clear targets, and big risk reward. That's the Venom model in action. Optimized for real-time, high RR trades. Let's recap what we just covered. We started by uncovering the missing pieces in the Venom model that take it from good to exceptional. 1. Focused sessions. We narrowed our trading windows to the exact times where gold really makes its big moves. London 3 to 5 a.m., New York 8 to 10 a.m., and Asian 9 to 11 p.m., keeping you laser-focused and aligned with liquidity. 2. The 90-minute range. Instead of guessing or marking random highs and lows, we now use the most recent 90-minute high and low to define precise, actionable ranges for entries, stops, and targets. 3. Instant BPR entries. The ultimate precision tool. Only enter when a BPR forms immediately at the high or low. No waiting, no guessing. Just clean, high-probability setups. Combine these 3 tweaks, and you're consistently catching 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 risk-to-reward trades, sometimes even higher, just like the examples we went through. And yes, these adjustments are especially powerful on gold, where session behavior and range patterns are predictable and reliable. If you apply this approach, you're not just following the Venom model. You're trading it with clarity, precision, and repeatable results. So, here's your next step. Go back, mark your 90-minute ranges for the upcoming session. Watch for instant BPRs and focus on those key sessions. Test it out and see how it transforms your trades. If you're serious about taking your trading to the next level, don't forget to check out the DTC Trading View Indicator, DTC Signals, and MT5B. The links are in the description. These tools are designed to take the guesswork out of trading, give you instant trade notifications, and even fully automate strategy if you use the bot. Hit like, subscribe, and comment below with your results if you try these setups. I love seeing traders hit those 1-4, 1-5, and even higher risk-reward trades. And remember, trading smart beats trading hard. Let's help everyone trade smarter, not harder.